A USF football player is one of 213 people arrested in an undercover human trafficking and prostitution operation in Polk County. Sheriff Grady Judd and a joint task force announced that the Operation Traffic Stop netted 89 people for soliciting sex and 111 for prostitution over the 7-day sting. Judd says USF sophomore and wide receiver for the Bulls, Bailey Purcell, was negotiating sex in exchange for money. He posted bond and was released from jail earlier today.
You almost want to feel sorry for him. He's a kid. He said, "Can you call my pastor? But whatever you do, don't call my parents." Tells me he's got some really good parents at home. I believe they will correct his mistake between the parents and the pastor and the court system.
USF Athletics responded with the following, saying, quote, "We are aware of the situation involving walk-on wide receiver Bailey Purcell. He has been indefinitely suspended while the legal process proceeds and more information becomes available." Zune Show, a FICO software engineer, was arrested on prostitution charges as well, but Judd says he admitted to going to USF football games to look at the female students. Judd says 14 of the 24 possible victims are in the country illegally. 13 came from Cuba and 1 from Mexico. Judd says all of them came from the southern border and that they were smuggled into the U.S. and forced into prostitution in order to pay off their transportation debt.
This border is secure. No, it's not. There's really not a crisis at the border. Yes, there's a crisis at the border. Wake up. Somebody in Washington with more than 5 brain cells needs to listen to this. Well, maybe asking them to have 5 brain cells too many. Let's shoot for 3 brain cells.
Jody Dominique from One More Child, a local nonprofit working with the victims, says that the community needs to learn what human trafficking looks like. She says it's not a mother and child being followed at a store. It rarely involves kidnapping or cars later marked for victimization.
It most often looks like generations of cyclical poverty and individuals who are desperate to have their needs met for survival. It also looks like people coming over the border from other countries and having additional vulnerabilities like not speaking the language. Or a young daughter who's being coerced online by an older boyfriend, or may have shared a picture that unfortunately exposes too much and now she's indebted to that person.
The operation didn't just result in human trafficking and prostitution-related charges, but drug and weapon charges as well. Judd says he has a message for anyone who is thinking about coming to Polk County to commit a crime.
And my message is clear. We don't make it a secret. If we didn't get you in this operation, we'll get you in the next operation, because if you come in this county and mess with these police departments or the sheriff's office and you don't think you're not going to be arrested, you're smoking some funny weed.
The Joint Task Force encourages anyone with information related to human trafficking to call your local law enforcement. I'm Emmy McCarthy reporting for Florida Focus.